Alright guys, I just got a mystery box. Pretty sure I know what this is. Let's open it, shall we? Nice, got my receipt here. This is pretty cool. Okay, there's no sitting here, is there? People want to know what we got, man. No? Alright. Does this look weird that I'm sitting on the floor? I mean, the lighting's alright, but I feel like this looks weird. It's because of you, Taco. You're a couch hog. You know what? I got an idea. Alright guys, so here it is. So I got a ZWO ASI294MM Pro for my next astro cam. Now you probably heard me in my Bubble Nebula video where I mentioned that I needed a little bit better scale. Actually, I had really good scale with my 183. My 183 was at 1.05 at bin 2, but I thought that 5 megapixels was kind of on the edge of the resolution that I'd like to have. So I got this mostly to shoot through my SET at those longer focal lengths. I'm gonna lose a little bit of zoom, so instead of 2500, I'll be racked out to 1850, which is still good on this 4/3 sensor. I really liked the photo that I got on the Bubble Nebula, and I think it just looked a lot better at 11 megapixels versus 5 megapixels. I know megapixels aren't everything, but I do like to crop in every now and then, so I'd like to get a little bit extra headroom for that. And also, I don't have to buy new filters. So I can still use my 1¼ inch filters with this camera here. So it's a really good transition to another camera. The only problem is it's been super cloudy, and my next not cloudy night is going to be, looks like this Thursday coming up. So we will wait until then, but it gives us time to figure out what we should shoot. So I'm gonna be shooting at this 1850 millimeter focal length with this ASI294MM Pro, and I guess we just need to see what we get, so cool. Nice to be home. How was your day, Taco? That good, huh? Yeah, good boy. I think I know what to shoot on Thursday. I've narrowed it down to 3 targets, and here's what I'm thinking of here. Thinking about shooting something in the southeast. Here's my field of view with my C6 and 294. Thinking about the Eagle Nebula, and then I was thinking about the Trifid Nebula down here. Just because it's almost in the light pollution, and I won't get another shot at it. But check this out. If I change this to my 183, oops, wrong way. Look at that. That's the field of view that I'm all about. but my 294, slightly bigger field of view, and I'll get Webb's Cross in there too. So I don't know. I think I'll decide a little bit closer to Thursday. Hey guys, it's Wednesday night. Check it out. My clearish night came a little bit early. I was sitting at home watching TV, and I just kept watching the window, and it just looked like it was clearing up, and it's getting better all the time right now. And I'm seeing stars in the southeastern skies. So I'm gonna press my luck and see what I get. I'm just gonna set up for a little bit. There's a few clouds in the sky, and there's the moon there. I think it's around 10%, but it's setting. So kind of a good situation I'm in right now. So I'm gonna get set up, and we're gonna get rolling here. It's 10:30, starting a little late. Alright guys, I just got my first sub back on the 294. So let me turn on my screen capture, you can see what I'm looking at. Alright, here's the Trifid Nebula. And this is 11 megapixels at the native bin 2. Gain 120. I'm cooled down to minus 10 right now. And oh my goodness, this is amazing. 2 minutes, look at that. That is beautiful. My gosh, and the Trifid is so low right now. I decided to shoot it anyways. And the transparency isn't that great either, but I'm still getting some good HA data. So I'm not really complaining. Looks like my collimation is looking good. I only spent a couple minutes as always. It looks like I'm resolving 1, 2, 3 stars there though, maybe 4. You see that? 4 stars in the middle. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then this one of course, but I mean it's focus is really good right now. So unfortunately I probably only have time to get about an hour and a half of data because it looks like the clouds are going to come in at some point in time. I'm not supposed to have tonight. It's Wednesday night. My clear night was supposed to be Thursday, but it just kind of cleared up and I was able to use my 294 for the first time. I'm super pumped about this because it looks awesome. Oh, and ASI Air said that my focal length, let's see what it is at 1084 for my main scope focal length. So since I have a 2 times crop factor, that means I'm shooting at about 2100 millimeters right now, right? So no, like almost 22. Man, that's a lot. All right. Hey Taco, good morning. It's a good time to take a look at these pictures from last night. All right, let's take a look at my subs I shot last night. I did a really down and dirty stack. First, let's take a look at my dark. So here's my calibration frame here. This is the amp low that I'm dealing with. This is just stretched out. And here's my HA. And it looks like I probably need to take more calibration frames because I didn't quite calibrate all of it out. You'll see it here in the upper right hand corner. And then I ran some background extraction too, but it made for a nice photo. I mean, check out the HA. It's my strongest signal, but here's where it kind of gets into the weeds. Here's my 03, and as you see, it's pretty weak, so I'm gonna get more 03 because I want to turn the middle of the triffid a little bluish or maybe lavender color. So I need a lot more of that, and here's my S2. And that's a little bit better, but is also kind of a weak channel. So tonight, if it's clear still, hopefully it is. I think it is. It's looking really nice right now. I should have a full set. I'm just going to concentrate on S2 and 03 tonight. I might take a few more HAs, but other than that, I think that's the game plan for tonight. Also, I did a combine here, and here it is in SHO. So you can see it's all red. Actually, this is HSO. It's mostly red. I'm getting a little bit of color here in the center, but check this out, like where the reflection nebula is supposed to be up here above the triffid, you can kind of see it come out. So I might be able to pop that out with a little bit more exposure time. You know what I mean? Maybe I'll take a few minutes in RGB and see if I can pop that out, but it's so hard because of where it's sitting in the light pollution. But narrowband filters have gotten me this far, and it's looking great already, so let's hope for a good night tonight. All right, check this out. Here pretty darn early. I just want to make sure I'd make the most out of this night. It's supposed to be zeros across the board, and it's looking like that's coming to fruition. I've got these gigantic clouds here. Hopefully it'll disappear by the time I start imaging. But I'm gonna set up so I can just start right when it gets dark enough. Pretty much started imaging right on the dot 11 o'clock tonight, and the transparency is excellent. Here's my subs from last night, and you can kind of see that I'm shooting through probably a light layer of cloud. Here's what it looks like tonight. So there's a huge difference in data. So my subs in 03 and S2 should be looking really, really good tonight, but I guess we'll see. Man, it's a beautiful night. Haven't seen it like this since, man, I don't even remember. It is so clear right now. Been a while since we've done an all-nighter. Go pass out. Good night, or should I say good morning. Taco again. Honey, Hey guys, it's actually Sunday because it was kind of a nightmare to process this photo. Number one, I was shooting into the light pollution. I was very insistent in getting the reflection nebula that is near the Trifid. And I was also shooting through a lot of atmosphere. Now, one thing I had to do to get the reflection nebula was to get it somehow in broadband. The only thing was it being in the light pollution, shooting in RGB or just luminance was not working at all. I actually ended up shooting through a really cheap SV Boney CLS filter that I had kicking around. And I put it in front of my monochrome camera as a last ditch attempt, and it actually worked. I did get reflection data. The only thing that was wrong with that is it didn't capture anything else. And with my astrophotography, I really want to capture what's around the object that I'm also trying to capture, whatever's in the background, right? I'm just not one for black space. And that was really hard to process. So I ended up using my HA data because it got the background hydrogen in there. And then I just kind of made this hybrid CLS luminance hydrogen alpha type of thing. And then I layered it on top of my Trifid data. Now here's my Trifid data, okay? Now this is just a down and dirty stack. I just want to see if it'd work or not. It doesn't have the reflection data in there. But here it is with the reflection data. I was really happy to see this because it's just sitting right on top of Trifid where it should be. And you can't capture this in narrowband either. It has to be in broadband. And as you see, it's just black space around there. Now, here's the Trifid with my HA and then my CLS luminance together. Man, I got everything in there, right? I mean, it's black and white, you know, it's grayscale, but at least I'm getting what is happening around my object. And I kind of dig it, you know what I mean? And I know what you're saying. I really should be shooting these objects from a dark zone, but you know, when you can just roll down the street and give it a shot, hey, you know, why not? Now, also I mentioned that I was shooting through a lot of atmosphere too. And because of that, I used Astro Sharp for the first time, and I totally love it. Astro Sharp really made my data look like I was shooting a lot higher than it really was. It sharpened up a lot of my detail, and if I'm looking at it right now, what I love about it is all of the dark nebula that's kind of sitting on top of all this hydrogen, and then this river of dark nebula just moving through the Trifid. It looks super cool. Also, there's this mountain, I guess. I say it's a mountain. It's not really a mountain, but it's a mountain of hydrogen. It's got this little spire that I'm resolving too, which is really cool, right? 294, what do I think about it? You know, is it any different than my 183? Possibly. I mean, I've only shot with it once, and I'm sure the difference between the two as of right now it's kind of minimal, but the thing is it's giving me a little bit wider field of view. So I'm treating this like a lens, right? So depending on the object I'm capturing, I might need a wider field of view through that SCT. Not to mention I'm getting a little bit better scale with the 294. So it's actually been really, really useful. One thing too is I think during this shoot, I think shooting with larger pixels and having it more sensitive than the 183 actually helped me acquire this data as well. So 294 is definitely a keeper. I can see why people are crazy about this camera way back in the day, and it still is an amazing camera. And I can't wait to shoot with it again. I think I'll be shooting or just kind of following the Milky Way up, you know what I mean, during the summer. So my next photo might be the Omega. I was thinking about the Omega or maybe the Lagoon, actually finishing the Lagoon up. And then the Eagle Nebula, I think I'll wait till the end of summer for that one because it'll be in a nice position in the sky. But I guess that's a video for another time. Well guys, if you stuck around to the end, because I know this one was kind of a long video, let me know in the comments, and I guess I'll see you in the next one. Peace.